What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Winning Bucket. I'm Onin, that's Dela, that's Mongab, and today I gotta ask you how you feel this past year. You're like starting uploads and all those other Instagram and TikToks. How you feel?
We're Mr. Worldwide now, bro. We got fans, we got haters, and we got con supporters. So, what's up to y'all? And putang ina nyo mga Tagalog kayo. Kago!
See, good. We're getting more attention now. I suggested the idea we make an Instagram. Then Onin made the suggestion we make a TikTok, and now we're getting a lot more attention than we.
It's still growing, but we're getting a lot of views now, so
We're getting there.
happy and have a lot of
And
that.
hold on. By the way, check your phones. We just got a shams bomb.
Whoa. This is like, what?
It's not
what
that
is-
big
what-
though. It's not that big.
But like he played for FIBA.
Yep. Yeah. Paolo Banquero. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Anyway, back to the pod.
Alright, so congrats to Paulo Banquero who will play in the Philippines where we are for the FIBA World Cup. Good luck to them. Speaking of Banquero, who was a rookie last year, let's talk about the draft. What are your reactions and thoughts about it?
The biggest what was the Brandon Miller. I know people would have said that Brandon Miller should have gone second, but the way I saw Scoot Henderson, which was, by the way, born in 2003, which means I'm older by 2 years, is what the hell. He is a teenager built like a tank, which is what the hell. But only time will tell on what Scoot can provide, and also Brandon Miller for their teams. Everybody expected Wembanyama to be number one, and the NBA could not stop their dick riding on Wembanyama. Every single IG, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook was on Wembanyama, so I was so sick of it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the draft so far, and everybody was drafted in the right order.
Karen said Wemby is getting all of the attention from the NBA media. I'm just hoping that it is worth the hype. Hopefully it actually becomes a star and actually has longevity. Maybe not as much as LeBron, but hopefully like a 10 years, around 10-year longevity would be good enough for him to be a star. About Brandon Miller though, I saw him already hanging out with LaMelo Ball, which means they're already building camaraderie there in Charlotte. He was only drafted like a few days ago, and now Brandon Miller is in Charlotte hanging out with LaMelo Ball. So actually, they could actually build on-court chemistry, on-court and off-court chemistry, and they could actually win games, and maybe like they could actually mesh their games. I don't know why the Trailblazers did not decide to trade the third pick. Maybe they decided Scoot Henderson is good. He's good enough to play in a contender, and Damian Lillard is not gonna leave. Or I don't know. Maybe it's too early to tell. Maybe he might decide to go to Miami.
Like what they said, Wemby is getting all the media attention and all of that. People saying the L is for the Brandon Miller draft. But hey, my favorite rookie is in the Portland Trailblazers with my
I knew it.
favorite point guard,
Yeah.
Damian Lillard. Portland Trailblazers, you have Shadon Sharp, you have Cam Reddish, you have Anthony Simons still, I think. Yeah, I'm happy for that one, and I took a bit of a note. Shout out to, Houston Rockets because they won this draft, but they drafted Amen Thompson and Cam Smith, who fell to the 20th pick, which was very shocking to me, but they said it's all about the health thing. I'm happy for the Houston Rockets because they have a point guard right now, and they have Cam Whitmore who could be like a scorer again for them in the forward position. Back-to-back Thompson twins in the draft. That was fire. That was fun. Utah Jazz also won when they drafted Taylor Hendricks, who is like a
Taylor Hendricks, yeah.
Mikal Bridges type player, Dante George and Bryce Sensabaugh. That's fun for Utah. Dallas made trades. We'll talk about the trades later. Free up cap space. They also got Richaun Holmes who could help them in the paint. They drafted somebody who could help them in the paint in Derek Lively. It's one of their problems, Dallas, was they don't have any paint defense. Jordan Hawkins, Yukon, Pelicans, good fit, nice fit. Want to see that. They call him as the best off-ball scorer in this draft. This draft has been good. Who are your winners in this draft?
Besides the lottery,
Yeah.
uh,
All teams.
Besides top 3.
Yeah, besides
Or okay,
Imani
wait a minute.
Bates falling to the Cleveland Cavaliers. A kid who was in Memphis and was like the next Ja Morant fell into the Cleveland Cavaliers is just what the Cleveland needed. A tall stretch dude who could score at all 3 levels, which is amazing. And the only thing that lacked him was maturity. And The way I saw some clips of his combine, he looked really, really good. So yeah, that's the steal for me.
Winner, aside from the top three, is the Houston Rockets again. Like Onin said, they got Amen Thompson, who was another young star they could add to the core, and Cam Whitmore, who fell to the 20th. Wasn't Cam Whitmore supposed to be the fifth pick? Or
Top five.
right, yeah, he fell to the 20th because they didn't want to risk his injury. I think that's the reason he fell to the 20th. I was watching the draft. Whoa, yo, why is no one picking Cam Whitmore? Maybe he could have gone to the Lakers. The Lakers decided to go with Jalen Hood Shifino,
Which was
I have no idea who that is.
but it's also good.
like
Yeah.
he could replace like D'Angelo Russell. That's what they said. He has lack
I,
of three, but he's good in the mid.
Houston Rockets got depth now. As we talked about before, it would not make sense to bring back James Harden. It would be better for him to stay in Philly. I think this Jaime Jaquez Jr. is gonna be good in Miami. I forget what draft pick he was, but somewhere in the first round, he might actually build and turn into Max Strus or Gabe Vincent or Duncan Robinson there in Miami in these coming years.
For my winners, I already said it. It's Houston, it's Utah, it's Dallas. I said it already why they were the winners for me. I can't wait to watch these teams as I am a person who watches a lot of young teams during the regular season. Prediction early, very, very early prediction. Top three for rookie of the year will be Wemby, Hoot, and Chet Holmgren. That's the top three who will go for rookie of the year. Speaking of the Orlando Magic, we got Anthony Black. Confusing draft because they got another point guard. What are they going to do with Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, with Markel Fultz? They going to trade them? Yeah, that was confusing. Don't know what's going to happen there. Yeah, those are our thoughts for the draft. Now let's go on the big ones. Let's talk about the first trade. That's I think first trade. Go with the Kristaps to Boston. How about the trade?
Okay, so Memphis finally gets a replacement for Dylan Brooks. Marcus Smart is pretty much brings the same production as Dylan Brooks. Yeah, but better and with less antics. Is really not irritating on the court in terms of not basketball related. He's irritating in terms of being hustle and being a good defensive player. That's it. He doesn't have the flagrant fouls like Dylan Brooks once and the technical fouls. Grizzlies get a point guard for the first 25 games of the season since Ja Morant is not gonna play. They get someone who's experienced and has intensity for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their defense is gonna improve though. And for Boston, I don't know how they won this trade. We lost our trust. We lost our faith in Porzingis. There's too many bigs in there. Someone has to come off the bench. They have Al Horford, Robert Williams, and Grant Williams is gonna go. Maybe for now they're gonna have Malcolm Brogdon as their starting point guard. Because, as you know, Malcolm Brogdon, he's good though. Now with Marcus Smart gone, maybe he might actually move to the starting point guard position. And the Wizards, they're gonna rebuild.
So my take on the Porzingis trade was, I think it was okay. It only takes one injury for the knees of Robert Williams and Porzingis to become a liability for the Boston Celtics. And boy, a 37-year-old Al Horford will be playing the entire rest of the season because we know that Porzingis and Robert Williams are very injured prone, knowing that they have just came back from, or Williams has came back from a tragic injury. But when I'm looking right there in ESPN, Kristaps Porzingis has been playing 65 games, and I think I heard that from Kenny also. King of the fourth quarter, he played 65 games when he was a Wizard, and the rest of the games because they just wanted to tank for this season. So I think that Kristaps played the most healthiest he has ever been since, I don't know, in a minute. And he's been scoring 23 points per game, 8 rebounds, which is a very, very solid number for a big man. I can see the Celtics just going to the conference final and blow it up again. Yeah, this is the last chance that they have as a Boston Celtic, and they have everything that they could have just to win, from point guard to the last man to the center, even the bench. They have a complete tool. Heck, even the sixth man is important. But yeah, this is a solid win for the Boston Celtics. I'm seeing it as an optimistic thing that they got Porzingis, which is a very, very, very good player. For the Washingtons, yeah, it's clearly that they're just trying to rebuild and getting rid of their best players. As for the Memphis, yeah, they got a mature person in the locker room finally because everybody was immature in that locker room. Even the veteran who was, I don't know who, Steven Adams, the only guy I know was a veteran, could not even control his fucking young teenagers. So yeah, this is going to provide a good, solid defensive player on the team, and as well as maturity as well. Yeah, solid trade for every team.
My take on this one is kinda I, but I also have problems with Boston. You've got Porzingis, okay, who can play your center if you want to go small ball. Can move with Robert Williams or he can go with Al Horford. But I think with Kristaps playing his healthiest seasons in like a long time last season, with I don't know the stats properly, but him having a semi like all-star season is good. With Al Horford getting older, can play that role. They can play that role in Boston, but they lost their heart. Marcus Smart bars. That will be a problem for
Yeah.
them. They don't have heart sometimes when they play. It's like Marcus Smart's the one diving and doing all those stuff. That will be a problem for Boston. Their defense is good,
Yeah.
but like without Marcus Smart, I don't know what's going to happen. There's still Jalen Brown. We can do that, but like the heart is lacking. I don't know who could replace as their heart for Boston. Memphis got somebody else who is more mature than Dylan Brooks because I don't know or don't care where Dylan goes as of now.
Guangdong China Tigers.
He might go to China, but hey, they've got two back-to-back defensive. I'm only sad because they lost Tyus Jones, which was favorite backup point guard past few seasons. And I think when he arrived in Memphis, he has been so good productively. And very, very wild or out of nowhere prediction. Tyus Jones with a rebuilding team, he might be like a Jalen Brunson in New York this season.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Crazy
And I
thing.
see Jordan Poole becoming the next Steph Curry, but yeah, yeah, yeah.
Crazy thing, but I could see it because Jalen Brunson has been a good backup point guard when he was in Dallas or like backup guard alongside Luka. Tyus Jones being that one Memphis and now in being a starter in Washington, they don't care how many games they will win. That will be good. Tyus Jones, so like yeah, I believe in Tyus Jones and I think that will be a fun Wizards team to watch. Now
No, it won't. No, it
If they get Kyle Kuzma back.
that will be fun, bro. That will be
That's
fun.
if they get Kyle Kuzma back.
I'll still watch the Washington Wizards. Speaking of Washington Wizards and Jordan Poole, let's
Okay.
talk about
Okay.
Mongab's favorite player getting traded to Aaron's favorite team, which is the Golden State Warriors. Mongab, are you now a Warriors fan?
Alright. Hey. Here's my uh here's my thoughts. Here's what I was thinking of this ever since that trade happened. I decided I'm gonna stay with Phoenix, but I'm also gonna support the Warriors now. I mean, I'm gonna what like I don't know. Uh, I'm staying with Phoenix as a fan, guys. See this? I bought the hat. I'm staying with Phoenix. I love Book now. I've been a Book fan ever since Chris Paul got traded there, actually. But I'm also, I'm gonna be a CP3 fan. So I just hope the best for him in Golden State. Hey, here's what I did though. Shout out to Mark Martinez. I was just talking to him actually when the Bradley Beal Chris Paul trade happened. I told him I just hope he joins some contender. I'm staying with Phoenix, but I'm hoping I join some contender, even if it's Golden State as a backup point guard. That's fine with me. And it actually happened. He got traded to Golden State.
I think that this will be the twilight years of Chris Paul. I think it was already
Yeah.
the twilight years in Phoenix
Right.
alone. We already saw it when he was consistently injured. Now we are entering the twilight zone of one of the greatest players or one of the superstars of the NBA turned into measly role players. An example of this is Deron Williams. Yes, we all remember him being compared to Chris Paul, and now we ask, where the hell is he? Exactly. But I'm not saying that Deron Williams is on the same level as Chris Paul. We all used to say, the older people
They
used to say
were.
they did, but it's far from that. And Chris Paul, I mean, I'm gonna be straight with you. The Warriors are not gonna win a ring this season. We just got rid of a microwave player, and we really, really need a microwave player when obviously Steph Curry and Klay Thompson could not make points. Who else is gonna score a 7-2 Jonathan Kaminga? Hell no. So uh yeah, I see this trade as nothing more than just a gimmick to make Clay and Curry open. But who's going to guard the defense? It's not fucking 2K, bro, where you can just put anybody and adjust the lineups in minutes. No, this is actual real life where you abuse the freaking size up, matchup rather. So yeah, what I think of this trade for Jordan Poole leaving, I wanted him to stay. Even though I was so mad at him for this year's playoffs, we still needed him because he was the flamethrower off the bench that the Warriors needed when Steph and Clay are going to rest. Now, Draymond Green's gonna leave because he just opted out of his contract, so which is very ugh. And he's been partying with LeBron, so we all know what's the deal here. So the Warriors are lacking the players that they need to win, and CP3 is not one of those players. Maybe if we add another piece, we could do something. My initial thought when this trade happened, because they were gonna trade him again. Like, let's trade CP3 to the Wizards, then let's trade him to the Warriors, and the Warriors are gonna trade him for some assets to build around Steph Curry. Because the chance to win is now, and I don't see the chance to win in the Golden State Warriors at all.
Like it's the first Mike Dunleavy move as Warriors GM. Speaking of that, how would you rate that one, Aaron? Like Mike Dunleavy's first move as your new GM.
1 out of 10, I'll give it a 5.
It's coming from a Warriors fan. King of CP. Let's talk about his old team because that's getting Bradley Beal. Mongab, you're the Suns
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still there.
Feel about this?
Actually, at first I did not like that trade though. It's not even because of trading away my guy. That's not even the reason for that. The reason is they're not gonna have a point guard. I don't know about Cameron Payne. I don't think they're gonna be like a shooting guard for Book, small forward Beal. I think a better case would have Book play the point and Beal play the shooting guard, because Book played some point guard minutes in these past 2 seasons. Sometimes when Chris Paul was out, and Cameron Payne was their point guard, sometimes Book would end up playing the point. They even called him Point Book at times last season. Another scorer in Bradley Beal would benefit because sometimes KD is played like in the playoffs against Denver, as you saw. They had no depth in defense. They solved none of that in this trade. Maybe, hopefully, in this free agency, they get something.
Who is the starting lineup?
Booker, for now, because the guaranteed for now is Book, Beal, KD, Okogie, and Ayton.
Who's the sixth?
Sixth man is Cameron Payne. That's it. No more Shamit. No more Craig. No Craig for now.
Bismack Biyombo?
I don't even know if he's gonna stay. He's a free agent.
We have 5 or 6.
For now, yeah. Physics guaranteed.
They don't have draft picks any rounds
Nope.
at all.
They're trying to win now because they have KD. KD is also approaching in his twilight years. Not in there yet, but he's kind of approaching it.
Holy shit, what are they gonna fucking do?
Exactly. That's what I did. That's what I thought of.
Gusto niyo mag-sign ng Kai Soto? Wala siyang team ngayon. Summer League lang. Libre lang.
Team niya?
One-
Orlando, no? Yung team niya,
Yeah.
Orlando, sa Summer League.
Phoenix could just pick him up. $500,000. Okay na yan. Or 100K. Kai
Oh,
could play.
I just thought of something. Really wild about their free agency. They could sign Draymond Green or no?
Oh, the fuck the spacing look like?
Yeah, that's the thing though. That's another thing. Yeah, I just thought of that. Yeah.
What's wrong with you, one?
Don't ever cook like that ever again.
That's why I said That's why I'm gonna say really wild. Yeah, get ready.
Don't let him cook.
Oh, don't let this man cook ever again. So, anyways, going back, I see this team as just another Brooklyn Nets, to be honest.
Yeah, same. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I see the narrative for KD now is that he could never win without super teams, and he only won like one super team, which is very bummer to say. He had something with Kyrie when they were a duo. It was a sad thing that KD just said, "I'm out, peace," which is very, very. No, Kyrie said he wants to leave, which is very, very frustrating to see because they were winning when they were together. Brooklyn had better role players, like solid role players that did not get enough touches because, of course, you have two of the best ball dominant players in the NBA right now. So what are you gonna do even if you're the best role player that you have? This goes the same for Phoenix Suns. Bradley Beal could play off ball, but So what? They don't even have a bench. Unless KD's gonna play 40 minutes like LeBron James 2018 every 82 games. Well, I don't see any progress from this team. Not unless they add key players or Kai Soto.
Those are our takes for the draft and for the trades that happened throughout this week. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Follow our pages: TikTok, Facebook, not Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all of that for more content. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab. Shout out to Darkwing, Brotein Bites. Fry up if you're in Davao, order from us now. If you like wings, if you like wings, you have Darkwing. If you like for workout meals, bites, like French fries, fry up, right? Follow our pages, like what I said. We'll see you all soon.